What's up, guys? Scoring the Christmas tree here in the background. Had to put up the tree. Okay, we're getting to be that time where Christmas is like one of my most favorite times of the year. Like I said in my last video, that things were looking good, and they were. And I go to my follow-up appointment, get good review. The doctor says everything's looking great. I come home that same day and end up going back into the hospital because I've had such massive pains going across my chest, and they were pretty intense. Didn't exactly know what was going on. I had assumed maybe it was the way I got in and out of the car that I was in, and it turned out that wasn't the case. It turned out that I now had an infection from the surgery that also went into my blood. So I now had an infection in my blood. Put me back in the hospital for almost a week. And here I am back home again. But this time, what they had to do was they had to reopen the incision. And they had to go in and they had to take out whatever infection was in there. Whatever was there, they had to remove. And also, they wanted to check to make sure that the valve that they put in is healthy and not affected, and that the sternum, the bone, was also not affected by the infection. And it turns out that the heart valve and the sternum, there was absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I was very happy to hear that. So it didn't really set me back any. It was just having that infection, which was kind of scary because it was some pretty intense pains, and I hadn't realized that, having an infection in your body like that can cause that kind of pain. And it just so happened to be in the area where I had the operation, which made it 10 times worse. So that's all been cleared up. I'm back home now. The only other situation that I'm dealing with is they had put in what is called a vacuum therapy system, and what that vacuum does is it heals you from the inside out. So currently, let me show you here, I have this machine right here, okay, and what this machine does is it's just a vacuum that you have this hose, okay, and the hose runs from the pump up into my chest, and I'm going to show that to you. And what it does, I don't know if you can see that, y'all. Okay, y'all see that? Okay, I don't know how. Let me see if I can turn some light up here so you guys can maybe see it a little better. But there's this pump, and that is over the incision area where they made the cut, the wound, okay? And what that does is that sucks everything together. All that is, it just sucks it all together. When I first was learning this, they actually had put, what it is they put surgical foam. They put like a surgical foam like right over that area, and that hose just kind of like sucks it all in. It sucks it into the wound itself, down into the wound. And they say that is actually one of the fastest healing procedures that they use, it actually heals that wound pretty quick. So I just actually had it looked at here today, and they said that it looks absolutely marvelous, that it looks very healthy, and it's healing very well. So there you have it, y'all. That was my only setback. It didn't set me back on the healing of the sternum. Okay, that all was still good. So all in all, y'all, I guess my whole experience with this whole thing, I guess starting from the beginning, it was scary in the very beginning, because of course you're going into surgery. You have a major heart surgery, and you just don't really know what to expect. So getting past that, it wasn't as bad as what I thought it would be. Being in the hospital, I can honestly tell you that I've had some of the top nurses in the intensive care unit that watched over me, and they were just amazing people. They made it so much easier. They made it a lot easier on me getting through it. And then coming home for the first time, which was awesome. I was back home for about a week or so, and then that happened with, the infection. And up to this point here, the whole entire experience itself wasn't as bad as what I thought it would be. It actually, thank goodness for pain medications. That's all I can say, because I don't remember a few of those days. So yeah, it gooned me up pretty good, to the point to where you only remember little things here and there. But I'm still waiting for that day where people say, "Oh, you have so much energy. You have so much energy," Well, I'm still waiting on that. That has not hit me yet. I don't know when that'll come, or if it'll come at all. I don't know. But I do notice a change in how I feel. I do feel a lot better. I breathe better. I'm more alert. I'm not always as tired like I was. So I have noticed some things after having the surgery done. So if any of you have seen any of my videos during this whole process, it wasn't done, listen, I don't have top of the line equipment, things like that. I try to make all my videos very simple, and if anything, I don't know, that's pretty much all I got. And so anyhow, that's that, y'all. I'm getting healthier. I'm actually back to driving now. I'm very happy about that. I can get behind the wheel and start driving again. And I just can't thank my wife. Whew. Yeah, it gets me every time. When you have somebody close to your heart, and my wife, well, where would I be without her? She's been there, and man, she's seen me through it all, and she was always there, no matter. Anyhow, enough of that. Christmas is coming, y'all. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I was very happy to be able to be home here for Thanksgiving. Spent Thanksgiving with my wife, and it was wonderful. Just getting out of the hospital. So that's where it's at this point, y'all. Things have gotten so much better with me. Had a little setback with videos, things like that, but listen, I'm getting back on track here, and I hope you all stay with me. I hope that if anything, somebody has gotten something out of some of these videos, and just keep it real, y'all. Keep it real and love the ones that you're with, man. That's very important, to love the ones you're with. And I will get back with you guys on the next video that's coming up, and just keep it real. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Taking me and my tube and